how's Will evolved from, I think I saw a picture on your Instagram, like pre the beard of you in
Yeah.
Ibiza. Like, how have you changed from the Will sat, well, albeit virtually in front of me today versus then? Like, how have you evolved?
I think my maturity in music has changed. It's
Right.
grown, right? I think also I've experienced more in life. I've grown as a human being. My morals have changed. What I want in life has changed. My goals in life have changed. What I listen to kind of changed. What I see valuable has changed in a life sense, in a music sense. My skills have got better. I can write better music at the end of the day. Practice is, again, it's like a chef. You start shit, right? You get good the more you practice, just like anything. And I've got better. I'm not great. I've got better. Also for me, where I'm at this point in my career of the music that people haven't heard coming out, there's a lot of collaboration where I'm working with people that are better at me at certain things. So whether that's a keys player, like I've worked on a lot of projects with a guy called Mitch Jones, who's an insane keys player. He's a great producer, but he's an insane keys player as well. And we wrote a whole project together, working with singer-songwriters, because like for the last 10 years, I've just been writing in my room by myself and just kind of collabing with friends occasionally when they come down or online. But like, you're just collabing with another DJ. You're like, it is what it is. It's cool, but like, whatever. For me, it's like, how do I make actual songs that like bring me joy? And working with other people is just so nice now, because it makes the business side of things a little bit more complicated because you've got multiple dynamics, right?
Sure.
But like on the creation sense, you've got multiple dynamics, which is an amazing situation to be in. And if you can control the room, control is not the right word, but to a certain extent it is. As a producer, like this is kind of exactly what Rick does. If you can control the room that you're producing, or bring in an atmosphere to the room that allows everybody to be as creative as possible, then you're all going to be writing the best possible music you can write on that day. Whether it's a hit, whether it's whatever, it's still the best possible music of that day.
I love that, mate. How do you create Alaric Rubin? How do you create that atmosphere with these collaborations? Like, what are some of the things you've done to set the, not fill the room, but as you said, that kind of, that level that kind of galvanizes creativity?
I think there's like two things. First one is zero expectations.
Right.
So starting the day off with zero expectations. Like, yeah, we might not come up of anything, but okay. Then going to that, it's, if I don't have anything musically, what can I get out of this day? Is this a relationship that I can build for the rest of my life? Is this somebody that I want to have in my life for the rest of my life, on a creative, on a friendship base, whatever? Like, and I think that's the thing for me, is like, how that is the other side of it, is like, how can we build a relationship? Like, I don't want to be in the studio with somebody that I don't like. Absolutely not. And I won't. There's people I've worked in studios with before and written huge records. Like, some of the biggest records that are out there today were written in a studio session with some people that I don't vibe with anymore. And I won't ever, no matter what the commercial success has been, I'm not going to get in the room with them again, because I don't need that in my life. Like, all the money in the world, all the success in the world doesn't, at the crux of it, you take all of that away, what are we left with? A relationship. And the relationships are so much more important to me. And I think that's the process that I've done in the last 2 years. Of it's what Rick does to a certain extent, from what I've learned from his interviews, is that it's like, how do you get on a deeper level with the person in the room? How do you get to know that person? And I listened to a James Blake interview after Rick produced his album, And it was to a certain extent where like I think James like played all of his music to Rick that like he'd written for the new album, and Rick was like, just feels really surface level. It's not that great. You can do better. And then Rick, I think just Rick just told him to stay at the studio for like a month. His wife or girlfriend came over and like got into therapy, got into like really deep conversations and things like that. And it's for me, it's like, how do you grow a relationship?
Yeah, it's almost the deeper you go with the person, the almost the deeper the roots go, the more it can blossom out the other side.
Yeah, because I think it's like we're getting put in the rooms with people that are known for certain things, but sadly in this industry, especially vocalists in electronic music, I can't say in the pop world, I can't say in the hip hop world or anything like that, but like sadly in the house music world, the singer songwriter is kind of the afterthought to a certain extent. However, a lot of them are writing the biggest hooks for these records. And I mean that they're an afterthought by just being used as tools, going, okay, I want a top line like this. I want this. I want that. So, like, for me, my thing is going into the session with a top liner, with a singer songwriter. When I say a top liner, it's somebody that writes lyrics. Okay.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's the singer, sometimes that's somebody else. But what I try and do is go, what do you absolutely love listening to? If you could be any artist in the world, who would it be? Classic example, I did quite a few sessions with a singer songwriter called Hayley May. Great artist. If you listen to her Spotify, like she's done some really big house records. And then I get into the studio with her and was like, who's your favorite artist? And she's like, Lauryn Hill. I'm like, let's write a Lauryn Hill record. Let's like, we don't have to write house music. We can write whatever the fuck we want. I can go away and turn that into an electronic record after. Like if I need to, if that's the goal for me, or maybe we just don't. Maybe we just keep it as a song and it's a song and we put it out. Like, who's saying that we can't do that?